Well, today we're talking about DDC Wheels, the dually design company, and Innovative Autoworx in Calgary. You guys are getting a rundown on what kind of service I got by purchasing from Innovative Autoworx. So first, I have to give you a rundown on my build before I can tell you about my buying experience from Innovative Autoworx. I am building a 1981 Chevy K30 one-ton dually. That's it right there. It's about to go in the paint booth. The frame is at the frame shop, making sure it's straight. We have 9 inches of lift on that thing, and I wanted to run a really big tire on 22s, but they had to be narrow. And the problem with the Chevy that I was building is it's a cab and chassis model, so the cab and chassis models have a little bit narrower rear diff. It's a little closer to the leaf springs. So I actually had to spend a lot of time figuring out all the diff sizes, and I actually had a few comments on some of our videos that allowed me to learn about the cab and chassis difference versus the regular pickup. There was a difference in the rear ends in the actual width. So I have to swap the rear diff. And it turns out I had a 92 sitting there that is the right width that I need to make it the same width as a pickup, not a cab and chassis model. So I was going with a 92 rear diff and still going to have all the 1981 front end. It was confusing me. It was driving me nuts. And I finally had settled on DDC wheels. I had just discovered these not too long ago. They've only been in business since 2019, according to their box. And so I called DDC Wheels. And I said, hey, I want to try some of your wheels. I've made my decision on what I want to do. I wanted to run a set of Super Swamper 42.5 by 1350 wide by 22s. And I kind of based it on what Fuel does on their website. Fuel says you can run an 8.5 inch wide wheel and run 1350 wide tires. DDC runs the same with the wheel, and they recommend 12.5 inch tires. So I was really struggling with this dilemma. Why does both companies have a different recommendation for the width you can use? I wanted 1350s because I wanted to go with a tall tire. Nobody makes a 1250 in that tall of a tire that I like. It's very difficult to find. So even 1350s in something over 40 inches is actually hard to get. Took me a lot of time to get the tires. I ordered the tires, knew what I wanted. I was committed. That's 6 of those tires. Well, they're $860 each, plus shipping, plus taxes. So you're $1,000 each per tire. It's a big investment. I did it anyway, just hoping I could make this work. So then I called DDC Wheels. And I talked to them and I said, hey, I'd like to try a set of your wheels, and I also would like to become a dealer, thinking I might get a better deal that way. And he says, well, we actually don't ship to Canada. But he says there's a company in Alberta called Innovative Autoworx, and they buy wheels from us by the CCAM load. And they might even have them, and they deal with their own shipping, all that kind of stuff. So he gave me the number for Innovative Autoworx, and I called them up and spoke to a wonderful gentleman named Kevin. Now I have 2 years of studying these hub bore sizes and rear diffs and all the differences. So I called Innovative, talked to Kevin, told him what I'm doing. Now if you are buying dually wheels at this point, if you are watching this video, I am going to suggest you don't call anybody else, because I have 2 years of talking to wheel and tire shops, and none of them I have talked to locally know anything about dually wheels, offsets, tire sizes. I've talked to a lot of different companies. So for me to call Innovative Autoworx and for me to say, hey Kevin, this is what I'm building, and he says, oh yeah, your hub bore size on the front is this much, and your rear will be this much because you're using a 92 rear diff. He did not have to open a book. He did not have to Google anything. I'm talking rattled it off his brain in seconds. And at that point, I knew I had the right guy. So then I told him what I'm doing. And I asked him about the difference between fuel wheels and DDC. Why does one company say 13.5 inch tires are okay? The other one says 12.5. And they actually make the outer wheel, fuel will make their outer wheel curve outwards a little bit more with a different offset so that you can run the wider tire. DDC does not do that. To find someone who knows all of that information, he answered every single question that I had, that I've been Googling, that I've been calling other tire shops and nobody could ever answer. He answered 100% of my questions without having to look anything up. Have you ever met someone who knows anything about dually wheels like that? Me either. Not only did he answer 100% of my questions, my next dilemma was hub-centric rings, because I'm using a 92 diff, and DDC on their website list wheels for 92 Chevys and newer, and I'm using an 81 front hub. So my next question was, what am I going to do? I need hub-centric rings of some kind for the different hub bore size. He says, oh, I have those in stock. You just tell me what you need. And sure enough, there's a set of hub-centric rings in one of the boxes to solve all of my dilemmas. And because I'm going with a 1350 wide and they recommend 1250 on their wheels, now the next step is I need my chassis back and we have to mount them on. And he said, all I need to do is just see the wheels, you put them on the truck and send me a picture and we will custom build you a set of wheel spacers. I'm sorry, what? Yes, over the phone I can send him a picture and he will tell me what spacers I need. He will make them. He will solve all of my issues. I did not have to do anything but call him, order it up, and he has it in stock. It's crazy. I'm just blown away. So I am giving you guys a thumbs up for sure. I will be dealing with them again and again. The most spectacular knowledge base on dually wheels I've ever encountered was that gentleman at Innovative Autoworx. And I have not dealt with anybody else there. That is just my buying experience. And not only did he know all of that, well, he made a phone call to DDC Wheels and said, hey, these guys have a YouTube channel. This is what they're building. And we'd like to kind of be a part of it and help them out. So we got an awesome sponsorship deal that I would not be able to get any other way. And we got a hoodie. That's right. He threw in a free hoodie. I am so impressed that I am going to promote these guys throughout the whole build, and anytime we use them, I'm going to push them to make sure we have a banner at the top of our shop too. You will be hearing more about DDC wheels. We're going to try another set of those pretty soon because they are beautiful. Now let's have a look at them. So for 6 wheels on my dually, you get 2 fronts, you get 2 rears with an absolutely massive dish, and they're beautiful. And then you get 2 inners. And of course you get 4 center caps. And these center caps, if you're doing something like I'm doing, using an older truck that's got a center hub, I am going to have to figure this out myself, but this center emblem is actually on with 2-sided tape. So you could remove that and cut a hole in there, but I'm not sure if I want to do that yet. Have not decided what I'm going to do. I have to wait till my frame gets back and we'll have a go at it then. And I'm not allowed to put them on the frame until the cab and everything's in paint and on it. That is the rule. Normally I stick all the big tires on everything and then the guys have to work on something that's, you know, sky high in the air. So we're not going to do that this time. We're going to look at them day in and day out while I wash them and clean them and wait for my dually to get put together. But that is my buying experience with Innovative Autoworx that included DDC wheels. It was a joint effort. Kevin, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see these things on my dually. Stay tuned for more.